And thankfully, it was actually kind of short. We only had to win 2 games. The hard part was learning how to play the game and knowing what to do. Yeah, so this is kind of a Mega Man clone, but instead of a pew pew, you get a spear. So I don't quite remember exactly what's going on in this game, but we will hopefully figure it out. I do know that at the end you get a weapon that takes your life, it takes like part of your health bar away, but it's really strong and you need it for the end of the game. Yeah. They made all 4 bases loaded. They made City Connection, which City Connection I'm actually kind of excited to play. I've never got very far in that game, so I would like to actually beat it. But I don't even think you can beat it. I think City Connection just loops. You play like eight tracks or something, and then loops. Yeah, so if you hold up, you can. It's like a block. And then. Oh, okay, and then yeah, so the little lantern looking thing, that's like that's basically an extra health bar. It's okay, so for what it is, it's actually pretty good. It's effectively a Mega Man clone. So right now, we obviously this is like the first stage, so they're just trying to let us kind of mess around with the controls and stuff. But yeah, this game's actually pretty good. Especially for like a non Capcom platformer, you know, like for a company that was like kind of more known for sports games and stuff. This game's pretty good. This is a sequel to. Oh, I didn't know this was a sequel. What's up? Life finds a way. Yeah, we are done. No more. Can I just fall? Nope. Bad idea. Oh, there's probably something up there. Do I? More 8. Wait, did I die? See, so now we can pick different levels. Might as well start here. And so what? Shoot, like Power Blade did the same thing. So I forget who made Power Blade, but they have a similar thing. What's up, Venom? Welcome. Yeah, this game's awesome. And then those little cat turd looking things. The more you collect, that's actually how you get extra life. I don't think I'm gonna go for no death, only because one, I already have it on my channel as a no death. But I mean, and if I remember right, it kind of took me a while to do. Because the end is kind of finicky. And I think, according to the game, I think I might have already died once. There's something up here, I think. I guess not. Okay, there's the extender. There you go. Yeah, so you get weapon upgrades. So you can see, so like my whip, or not whip, my spear's got like extra length on it. So here I actually, I think I might actually just, if I remember my playthrough, I think I remember grinding this out for like 2 extra hearts. So the way, so you can upgrade your health by collecting those little turd-looking things. Yeah, see, so I got an extra heart. So I think, it increases like kind of a lot. Like I don't know. I think it goes, it's like 20, 30, 50, 80, 100, like 100 or something. It's kind of, it's like it's more of a parabolic scale than it is like a linear scale as far as how many you need to get an extra hit. Yeah, but that was also when I was, I played this game a lot. You know what I mean? Like I got pretty. Oh, there we go. I got pretty good at the game. So that's definitely not the case now. I don't know what's going on anymore. The face when he makes when he gets hit. Oh yeah, the how dare you look. Oh, hitbox. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure once if I lose my hearts, then I'm pretty sure that's when the lamps like do their thing. I don't think I have to actually do anything. I think the lamps are basically just an extra health bar. So as you get to the end of the game, you kind of need to have a few kind of lined up. Boss is coming up soon. Yeah, right here. And then each of these things is an extra, it's like another weapon, I think, if I remember correctly. Kind of like in Mega Man. The last boss, or the last level is kind of hard. I remember that being difficult, because you have to ride, what's it called, clouds and stuff. It gets kind of tough. Yeah, this is definitely a Mega Man clone. Same thing with like Power Blade or Shatterhand. I don't think so much, but like the both Power Blade games for sure have the same. We've this channel is a huge fan of Power Blade. Yeah, Power Blade is awesome, both of them. And I do like that they are very different games. They're not just... Hey, thanks for the follow, Venom. Oh wait, are we? Hey, there we go. It is up. It is up there. I just want to make sure the layering is right. 'Cause usually when I add the game box, that's like the last thing that's added, so it ends up being on top. I just wanted to make sure that it is. Good to go. But yeah, going back to Power Blade. Yeah, so Power Blade I really enjoy. I like that it's both games are really they're very different, but they have a similar feel, but they're very different games. Like mechanic-wise, they're way different, but they're really good. Hey, thanks for the resub, John. What's up, man? How are you doing? No, trust me, I have terrible taste in games. My chat hates me for liking a lot of the games I like. We almost have a baby. We have a preemie right now. That might get me banned off of Twitch for a week. I shouldn't have said that. Well, Where's Waldo's one that I really like. I like pretty much all the LGN games. Those aren't bad. I like... Oh, there we go. And I like most of the Color Dreams games. No one likes those games. One game and like I'm not so Back to the Future Part 2 and 3 is terrible, but the first game isn't too bad. I like that game. What other? There was another game that everyone hates on me for that I like. Shoot, what is it? Ask Janet? No, people like Ask Janet. Ask Jan X. People like that game. I think the big one's Where's Waldo. Sadly, everybody hates that game for no reason. They're all crazy. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, see, the thing is, so I do like good games at the same time. So it's like I can redeem myself by saying like, oh yeah, Power Blade's cool. And then they're like, oh man, this guy's, he at least understands a good game when he plays a good game. I'm not just anti for the sake of being anti. You know what I'm saying? Well, what can I say? I was a privileged child. I grew up with Where's Waldo. I grew to love Where's Waldo. There was only Waldo. There was only Waldo. Yeah, definitely, man. For sure. You definitely, or you force yourself to play through a game that you rented that was bad, and then by the time you had to give it back, you're like, okay, this game isn't too bad because you learned everything. Yeah, see, okay, so start changes your weapon. See, so now I have like a little fire stick. And then this is spear, and then this is like the little... Yeah, I basically got 2 games a year. I got one for Christmas and one for my birthday. If I got good grades or something, I would get something. I would get something cool. Oh, Bart. Well, but yeah, all the Simpson games. Those are another set of games that everyone hates. That I think are great. Yeah, I really like those Simpsons. Oh, what? Wait, it took my health. Oh, cheap. It's not cool, man. Health wasn't for you. I do not remember that ever happening. Oh, I'm about to die. Oh, man, it took my power up. Dang, that sucks. I didn't know it could do that. Yeah, Bart vs. Space Mutant. Yeah, so I had Space Mutant first, and then I had Versus the World. I didn't have the other two. I didn't have the Radioactive Man one, the Bartman meets Radioactive Man. I didn't have that one as a kid, and I didn't have Krusty's Funhouse. I ended up playing Krusty's Super Funhouse on the Genesis, like way later. But I didn't have the NES game. I'm assuming it's the same game. That is cold-blooded. I can't believe you took my health. It's messed up. Yeah, I don't think I got very far in it, honestly, as a kid. See, I kind of like the controls. I didn't think the controls were that bad. I like, you know, obviously years later, that, you know, AVGN became, you know, a thing, and he was talking about the Simpson games. He was talking about the controls, and like, in my mind, I was like, "Oh, the controls in those games were great." Like, you know, what could you possibly say bad about the controls? Because I was so used to them as a kid, I just like, okay, that's just what you do. It's fine. And they, like, you know, there are points I think where you don't really realize, like, oh yeah, this is probably not a great control scheme. You probably just don't realize it as a kid. You just kind of adapt to it. You don't complain like a little jabroni, and then make a YouTube video about it, and then look like another jabroni who can't beat Ninja Gaiden without his friend helping him. Super jump isn't tough. You just hit both buttons. No, you just hit them at the same time. It works every time. Yeah, see, I only played. Oh, and Fester's Quest was another game that I kind of grew up with. So that's another game that some people hate. That one did serious mental damage to the family though. That way, I think we got as a clan we got past the first boss once, and that was it. We were not good. Oh, I could have gotten that before. Got him in the infinite. That Magneto tri-jump. Let's get it. Dick! Oh! It's not even just killing, it's every time it hits me. Oh, geez, that's not good. Okay, well at least I learned that. Oh, that's the Nimbus. This is the cloud. The cloud's cool, so you can basically conjure up a cloud and use it as a platform. Yeah, so I grew up playing Mario, and I actually hated the controls in Mario. I hated the momentum thing. So, and again, maybe that's actually kind of why I like Bart vs. the Space Mutants, because there was no weird issue of needing enough room to run. You just were able to do a super jump. So for me, I was able to control what I was doing a little more. It worked all the time. Just hit A and B together. Easy. Easy every time. Oh wait, as long as there's shells, oh, yeah. No, it's not glitchy. You're glitchy. It works 60% of the time. It works every time. No, it works. It works fine. I don't know. I don't know how people had problems with it. It's easy. Yes, you do. I've already beaten it. Check out the if you check out the game list, it's already beaten. And I have a no death. I have a no death playthrough on my channel from years ago, and then I've done it for the challenge already once. I'll play it again. That game's awesome. Yeah. I no death. Bart vs. Space Mutants. Easy every time. And actually, so when I ended up, when I did the challenge again, so when I did it the first time, I actually hand drew a map of the power plant. And I actually planned out I planned out a route that allows you to get all the door codes, and oops. Like, I don't know if it's optimal, but it's pretty damn good. And I actually ended up I found it, and I took a picture of it for my, like, so that was the map I was using. For my second playthrough for the challenge. Oh no. You should see my yeah, so we drew maps for Monster Party. We drew a map. Oh, you know, when we replay it, I'm gonna have to find it on my Instagram. But we did draw a pretty solid map for Jurassic Park as well, with all the computers and stuff. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then we drew what other map did we draw? Yeah, because so for most of this challenge, I'm trying as much as I can. I'm trying to like draw all my own maps and stuff. What Oh, Superman. For Superman, we drew the map of the city because the map in the game isn't labeled. And then Bill and Ted's Excellent Video Game Adventure, we drew a map for all the different areas. Superman isn't as bad as some people think it is. It's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as some other games. The only major problem I think with Superman is the complete lack of direction. Like if the game were to give you, it's not that bad. If the game were to give you some kind of like a primitive waypoint system or something to kind of keep you kind of on a path, it would have been a good game. But they don't. So the confusion factor is kind of what makes it kind of bad. There's got to be something over here, right? Oh, I guess not. Yeah, that would be my only complaint for Superman would be that there's no direction. So like, if you kind of find yourself getting turned around a little bit or kind of lost, you're stuck. Like there's nothing to really help you. Like the game gives you information, but if you don't write it down or you don't have a good memory, like I have a terrible memory, so I have to either write everything down or just hope that the game kind of guides me along. And Superman is definitely a pay attention and like. Yeah. But the better ones weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like, because some people say, "Oh, it was the hardware, and you know, it couldn't handle whatever." It's like, no, like it could. In my opinion, they were just oversights on the developer side. Because when it's kind of like what's the phrase? You can't see the forest through the trees. When you're developing a game and you know all your rules and everything, it's really easy to be like, oh no, it's obvious. Just go here and do this. Like it's really obvious to you because you're the one that made it. But and you probably just don't even think about the fact that oh wait, the person playing probably didn't develop the game, so they're gonna kind of not really know what's going on. And I think that was part of the problem with a lot of the old NES games was the development teams were kind of like, well, we know what's going on. It's easy. We're making it. You go here, you do this, you do this, you do that. Cool. But they forget to tell the random person who isn't behind the scenes with them, oh, by the way, this is how the game actually works. I think that's why. Oh, Jekyll and Hyde's another game I really like that everyone hates. But so I think that's the major detriment to Jekyll and Hyde is that mentality. I think because no one knew how to play the game. The game itself, I think, is really good. I honestly do. I think it's, especially for the time, I think it was a really, really interesting idea of kind of how to control. It's basically more based on strategy than it is actual platforming or like walking and stuff. It's way more complex. So, but the problem is the game doesn't tell you any of that. But once you figure it out, it's like okay, then you can start developing strategies and learn. So once with Jekyll and Hyde, a lot of the issues is some people say like, oh well, you just change into Hyde and you die right away or whatever. And it's like, well, that's not the case. Like, so as you're playing, you're trying to navigate basically both. You're trying to navigate both characters through the map while keeping Jekyll in front of Hyde the whole time. And there's ways to intentionally become Hyde that you can kind of keep them close together. And that's where the strategy comes in, because it's when do you want to actually switch, like all that stuff. Dude, no, Atari games are really difficult. I tried playing Sword Quest the other day, so on the Switch there's like an Atari flashback like game on it. It's got like maybe 40 games on it, like old Atari games, and they have the 3. Human Cannonball is awesome. I'm glad that showed them what I'm good at. Yeah, but so like those quest games, those games were made as part of a contest. So they were intentionally made like kind of confusing. I don't know how this guy works. Yeah, this isn't looking good. But yeah, I don't have very many Atari games, and the games that I do have are simple. They're, I have Yard's Revenge and I have Combat and stuff. I don't have any of like the, I guess quote, like the deep cuts of the Atari. I don't have any of those. I really want to find a copy of Montezuma's Revenge. I've heard that game is really good. Yeah, see, so actually, you know what I think too? I think it was easier for me to beat the game without dying, because I would end up, with each world you save those little lantern things for your extra life. So if I remember right, I had a ton of extra life going into the last stage, like a ton of those these little lantern things. Oh yeah, and for this challenge, we're not using emulators. Whenever someone new comes around, I gotta tell them. Yeah, so we're only using cartridges for this challenge. Only the legitimate, real cartridges. Which, unfortunately, is why Stadium Events is not on the list. I think technically it's on the list, but I'm not gonna be able to complete it. I don't have it. I don't see myself ever getting a hold of it. That's one of those like unicorn games now. It's too far gone. I had a chance a few years ago at one, but it was way out of my price range. Yeah, because Pat the NES punk stole it. I know he has a Stadium Events as well. I can find him. I can see. So, okay, so that's the goal. The goal is to get famous enough on this channel to where if I get a hold of Pat, he'll let me either borrow the game or like go to his house and play it for the challenge. That's the goal of the channel, so we can play every game legitimate. And then I can bring it up to him that he stole my Stadium Events. Although Bubble Bath Babes, of the porn games, Bubble Bath Babes is the one that I can still technically play because there is like a non-porn version of that game. I don't think there's versions of Hot Slots or Peekaboo Poker. Use the fire. Oh yeah, that was on the Atari, right? Yeah, so I do have one of the porn games on the Atari from the Atari. I have it on the NES. So there was a site that put the game Beat 'em and Eat 'em on an NES cart. So I actually do have that. I have that on the NES. It is literally the Atari game, just on an NES cartridge. But it's still pretty cool. Yeah, but friendly has customers. Well, that's cool. Oh, we need to hit him like 3 more times. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Care Bears? Welcome back. Yeah, I've said it here before too. I'm so glad that I got in and out of and then done with the NES set, like collecting. Like, there's still some games I need, but they're not none of the really high end games other than those porn games and stadium events. But everything else is like relatively cheap. Like, I can't touch those things. I definitely don't see myself ever, collecting for the system now. It's just so much money involved now with the NES. Yeah, so something that helped out my collection a lot. So I used to play, like, back in like the early 90s, I used to play Magic the Gathering. And I had a lot of cards from like the second edition, like beta edition and revised edition or third edition. And a few years ago I sold off a bunch of those old cards, like, for a lot of money. Like, I was able to, like, basically upgrade my life. Like, it was pretty cool. It was surprising how much some of those cards were going for. I still have a handful. I have a handful of cards that they're not like the super crazy game cards anymore, but they're still, $40, $50 or whatever. Just sitting on them. Oh. There's a lamp in here somewhere. I gotta remember how it. Well, I mean, so this game, even when I was looking up the box art so I can put on the stream, it was $50. This game is $50, and I don't know why. I mean, hell, even there was the game Toki is like stupid expensive too. Oh, that's not good. I mean, that could be it. Maybe there's kind of like the people didn't buy it, but it's just, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I think, from what I think I was hearing, like the Return of the Joker game, that game's way more rare than people think it is. But yeah, it was weird. Like I got into collecting is I had a girlfriend and then I didn't, and then I ended up with a bunch of extra money. So I was like, you know what? I'll just start collecting for Nintendo. Like I knew it would take a while. I knew the library was pretty big. I didn't know how big the library was, but I knew it was. In my mind, I was like, oh, a couple hundred games. It should be fine. Like, it'll give me something to do for like a year, you know. Then I looked at the list and there was like 800 games or something. I was like, oh, whoops. Didn't plan that out. But then I had already started, so ain't gonna be no jabroni and quit. So. Yeah, that's 100% what happened. Oh, is Return of the Joker super expensive? Is it expensive now? Because for a long time it was like a $5 game, and then it and then it started. Oh yeah, oh this I think we're at the last level already. We are the best. What's your favorite game? Castlevania is a very good one. That one's very fun. You can go wrong with Castlevania 2. Yeah, it's tough because you kind of need to have extra life bars. Isn't it like right here? Oh, it's right there. There we go, we got one. And we can get really lucky, and we can somehow get an enemy drop that gives us another one. Then we should be fine. I think that's it's not 100% necessary, but it'll make my life a lot easier. Yeah, yes. So apparently, I guess it was 8 years ago. We looked it up, but so I have a no-death playthrough of this game from 8 years ago on my YouTube channel. I don't know how long ago it was, but that was back when I was good at video games. See what we can do. Anything out here? Try to get some hearts. Oh, this was in the Big 20? What did you have to do? Whatever. Oh, you had to beat the whole game? Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah, that's not cool. USA. Might do this with one extra hit point. If I don't get hit, we got it. We're good. Yeah, buddy, we got it. Took a little while to kind of get my bearings back, but we're good. We beat it. Yeah, so Whomp done. Oreo NorCal, what's up? Welcome, welcome and thank you. Isn't Malta like an island or something? It's not in like the Europe, like it's. I don't know 100% exactly where it is, but I'm pretty sure it's an island. So yeah, Whomp 'em, done. The red and white flag. Yeah, I'm so bad with anything. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, I would rather have these games near the end, but it's still pretty good. It was fun. You know what? It was fun not being tortured for an hour and 20 minutes. You know. Hey, it is an island. See, I know things. Yeah. So. Ugh. All right. So that's yeah. So the rules are we're making a new wheel. So if you have a suggestion, hold on, we're gonna get the link to. Oh, yeah. All right. So that is a list of the games I